Okay, good morning, class. Today we are going to be talking about emotions. Who can tell me what emotions they know or any emotions that they've heard of before, felt? Any ideas? Okay, yes, we have happy. What's another one? Another emotion. Sadness. Doing good. Any more? Anger. Okay, good job. Is there any other ones that we can think of? Oh, disgust. That's a good one, like not feeling good. Okay, that's a good job. I think we have a good list for right now. So, can anyone tell me a time in which they have felt these emotions? So when is a time that you've ever felt happy? Okay, you said when your mom gave you a cookie. Mom gave cookie. Good job. How about another one? When would you feel sadness? Okay, when you weren't invited to a friend's house? You were not invited to friend's house. How about anger? Is there a time you felt angry? Angry. Okay, you said when your mom wouldn't let you play outside. Mom would not let you play outside. When was the time you felt disgusted? Okay, you said when you had to eat broccoli. So, eat broccoli. Good job. So we have a good list there of what some emotions could be. So now I would like you guys to go ahead and get in your partners that we already have picked out. So go ahead and partner up. You know who your pairs are. And I'm going to come around to each group and I'm going to give you these slips of paper. And each one has a different emotion on them. Some of them we talked about. I think there's one maybe we didn't talk about. So the first one we have is joy. So joy is another word for happy. So joy and happy. And we have anger. We talked about anger. We talked about disgust. Fear is the one we didn't talk about. So when is a time where you felt fear? Let's just talk about it, not write it down. Oh, you said when there was a thunderstorm you felt fear? That's a good job. That's a good example. How about, and then the last one was sadness. So each one of your partners and you are going to get these slips of paper. And what I want you to do is they're going to be mixed up and you have to pick it up and not look at it. And you're going to put it on your forehead like this. And so since you have it on your forehead, you can't see what it is. And your partner is going to have you guess what emotion it is. So, for example, pretend my partner would tell me, I felt this emotion one time when I wasn't picked to be on the baseball team. So, you would have to try and guess, is this joy, is this fear, is this anger, or is it disgust? So I would say, if that were to happen to me, I would probably feel angry. So I would say anger, or maybe I got it wrong and say I said fear. Then my partner would say, guess again. So you'd have to guess again. I don't know if any of you guys have played the headbands game before, but it's kind of like that. So you can't look at the card that's on your forehead. You just have to hold it up top. You can't look at it. Just hold it up on your forehead and guess for the best. Okay, so here I come. I'm going to pass them out to you guys. Okay. You guys did a really good job with that activity now. So I would like you guys now to come back to the group. So let's stop working with our partners and put your little slips of paper in the middle of the table, please. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to come up with some ways in which you showed these emotions. So what worked best to show these emotions? Did you guys have to use any facial expressions or body movements, or did you just use your words? Okay, you said that when you showed fear, you kind of like made a face like you were scared. That's a good idea. So that way maybe you didn't even have to use your words. Or, yes, that's another one. You said when you were angry, you made a mad face. You were just angry. Can anyone give me an example of what it would be like to show this emotion? Let's say anger in a bad way. Can you show me how to show anger in a bad way? Yes, you said if you're angry about doing your work, you're just going to take it and you're just going to rip it up and throw it on the ground. Is that a good idea? No, that's not a good idea to rip up your paper and throw it on the ground. What could you do if you were angry about your work that you had to do? Yeah, you could just sit there, like you said, sit there and wait and calm yourself down. Maybe you count down from 10 and then you give your chance to relax. And then maybe you can raise your hand and come talk to me and you can explain to me why you're feeling anger, and you don't have to rip up your paper. What about if you're scared? What's a bad way to show that you're scared? Yeah, did everyone hear what he said? He said to pee his pants. That's not a good way to show that you're scared. A good way to show that you're scared is just by telling someone. You could use your words to tell them and let them know that you're scared and that you don't like the situation that you're going through. So this has to do what we're doing next. So I would like you guys to come up with a storyboard. So grab out a piece of your storyboard paper and you're going to come up with 2 different storyboards. The first one will be a time, so your parent were to tell you that you cannot go play with a friend until after dinner. So you have to come up with how you're feeling. You tell me what emotion that you're feeling on your paper, and then come up with a storyboard of a good way to respond to that, and then your second storyboard will be a bad way to respond to that. So, for example, if my mom told me that I couldn't go play with my friend until after dinner, I would be sad. So I'm going to come up with a bad way to show my emotion. So I'm going to cry and scream and be sad and not do any of my work or eat any of my dinner because I'm so sad. And that's a bad way to show my emotion. And a good way to show my emotion would be telling my mom. So I'm going to write on the storyboard, okay, Mom, I'm sad, but I understand what you said and why, but I just want to let you know that I'm sad. So that's a good way and a bad way to do it. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes now to go ahead and do this on your own. Come up with a good way and a bad way. Okay, now that you guys are done, anyone want to share what they drew on their storyboard and how they were feeling? And maybe we can guess which way was the good way and which way was the bad way. Okay. Thank you guys for sharing. Next, we'll be moving on to math. So if you guys want to go ahead and put away your emotions, and we can go ahead and work on our math next. Okay, thank you.